YouTube, my name is Rachel Mayo. Welcome to my channel and thank you for being here. If you're new to my channel and have not yet subscribed, please do so now. Let me tell you why you should subscribe to my channel. I discuss intimate issues that affect us as a society and as mankind. I talk about issues that you're going to be glad somebody's actually talking about. I also discuss herbal medicine and herbal therapies that one can use to heal or boost one's immune system. And yes, I am an astrologer. I bring you astrology in a simple way that you can understand and use it for everyday guidance in your everyday life. Also, remember to hit the bell icon so that you may be notified whenever I upload new videos. So please subscribe, like, and share my videos so that I can continue bringing you more free content. Thank you so much for your love and appreciation. Moving on to our subject. I'm going to be discussing the karmic nodes. They're called the North Node and the South Node. In Vedic astrology, they're called Rahu and Ketu. These are points in the sky that cause the eclipses. According to Vedic astrology, the nodes are exalted in Gemini and Sagittarius. They're very powerful on this axis. If you are a Gemini or a Sagittarius ascendant, you will feel this transit more intense. If you're going through a Rahu or a Ketu mahadasha, that's in Vedic astrology, then this time period will be amplified to a lesser extent also if you are going through Mercury and Jupiter mahadasha. If the law of the year is Mercury or Jupiter, that is in Hellenistic astrology, simply meaning Jupiter or Mercury is ruling you for the year, you're also going to feel this transit on a personal level. For the people that understand Vedic astrology, and if you're going through a Rahu mahadasha, you might want to listen to the explanation I give for Scorpio rising. I had this transit in 2001, and I must say it was one of the best transits I've ever experienced for financial gain. Everything came in doubles. So look out for Scorpio ascendant. Aspect at the beginning of this transit is Saturn trining the nodes. This is a harmonious aspect as the karmic nodes are being supported by Saturn. So all the changes that we're going to make are being supported by Saturn, which is a good thing. At some point, there will be a negative aspect from Neptune in form of a square. This is an irritating aspect that will push us to look at our delusions and the lies we tell ourselves. So generally, this is a much easier transit than the one we just completed. There is more harmonious aspects. There's more opportunity to learn and grow. As of May, the nodes moved into the axis of Gemini and Sagittarius. They will stay there until January 2022. The nodes move into different signs every 18 and a half months. They move back to the same sign every 18 and a half years. So the last time the North Node was in Gemini was in October 2001. Can you remember what was happening in October 2001? Similar things are going to come across because the nodes are transiting the same houses. Did you learn something the last time? What can you do differently this time? For example, in 2001, I went to school for aesthetics. I became a skincare specialist, a skill using my hands. In 2020, I'm learning how to edit and make my own videos. This also involves a lot of writing. I'm also using my higher knowledge from the South Node of astrology. They do say that Jupiter does rule astrology. So you can use both the North Node and the South Node in a positive way to move you forward so that you can evolve. So the question you should be asking yourself is, how can you use the Gemini North Node to move forward? And what can you take from the South forward as a tool to help you learn something or improve something that you already had from the South Node? In September 2001, we all experienced 9/11, which changed our communication and transportation systems. We all lost a part of our right to privacy. The negative impact was on our economy. Maybe we're going to see different platforms open up on the internet or different ways of communication and transportation, or self-driving cars and space travel. 2020 has a similar impact, only it's at a much bigger scale and it impacts the rest of the world. We're going to lose some of our rights to privacy on a much more personal level because of vaccines, contact tracing, mandatory self-quarantine. There will be new rules in our travel industry. Let's travel backwards. Right now they are at 29 degrees of Gemini. In astrology, this is called a critical degree. It is also at the end of a house. So technically the journey would have started at 0 degrees Gemini and ending at 30 degrees Gemini. So 29 degrees is a critical degree in astrology. I see this as a memory of our soul. At this point, the soul remembers the journey it took in a past life. I think of this as our organic memory of our past lives. Some may call it instinct or intuition. You could call it whatever you like. You will remember a skill or something you did in a past life. It's going to come back to you very organically, and you will feel this impulse and push to go into that direction or do something about it or learn something or start a relationship with someone. Perhaps you could start painting and then suddenly become a great artist. Or you could start writing poetry or music and develop that to a very surprising level. Or you could suddenly meet someone and realize that this is your soulmate and recognize this person from a past life and know deep down in your heart that you are meant to be together. All possibilities are open. You have to be open to the possibility. The North Node in Gemini is ruled by Mercury. The South Node in Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. So for the next 18 and a half months, we have to pay attention to what these two planets are doing in the sky, when they go retrograde and when they go forward. Jupiter just went retrograde and Gemini will be going retrograde in a few months or a few weeks from now. Third house of the zodiac. This house rules over facts and details, communication, the internet, our skills and learning, our immediate environment, our neighborhood and siblings, and the efforts that we make. Jupiter rules the 9th house of the zodiac. This house rules over the bigger picture and theories, higher education, foreigners and foreign lands, long distance travel, religion, and the law. We have to move towards the North Node. In order for humanity to evolve. We will have to focus on our immediate environment and our neighborhood. Most of us are already working from home, buying from local stores, local produce, and shopping in our neighborhood. Improving relations with siblings and neighbors, learning new skills and using the internet for work and communication. Finding love over the internet is going to become more accepted. Employers are going to start focusing on your skills instead of how many degrees you have. We have to change our mindset because the world is changing and the laws are changing. The way we travel and interact socially is also changing. We're no longer standing at the precipice of change. We are the change. This is the change. We are rewriting our history. We are no longer standing at the precipice of change. This is the change. We are the change. We are rewriting our history. Be the change. We have to move away from the Sagittarius South Node. This particular transit makes it inevitable. Most people have already lost interest in international travel because of all the precautions they have to take and the risk of infection. International travel is going to require more time. You're going to spend more time at the airport checking in, and then you also will be quarantined for 2 weeks in the country that you're traveling to. You will also lose your privacy because all your movements will possibly be monitored. Our laws are going to change and they will be revised often because information and our surroundings are going to be changing consistently. Our education system has already begun its transition to online education, and soon all classes might be done remotely. This means big changes for universities and schools. This means that tuition might become cheaper and teachers' pay might also be affected. There will be major breakdowns in universities. The way we socialize has already changed. Social distancing is probably here to stay for a few years. Back to the nodes. The danger in the South Node lies in the sad fact that a lot of people are going to lose faith in religion, spirituality, and the law. We have to let go of certain dogmas and belief systems because they will no longer serve us. There will be a rise in mental illness. People will begin to lose hope in the future because it's very difficult to actually believe in a bigger picture where there's so much uncertainty. Social distancing is increasing loneliness. Humans are social beings. We need human contact, human touch in order to thrive. When people lose hope and faith in the future, they also lose interest in existence. We have to move to our Gemini North Node. We have to start making friends, learn new skills, and keep lines of communication open. Forget long-term goals and plans. Make short-term goals. Live in the now, but safely. In order to understand the planetary stellium that's going on in Gemini, I suggest that you go and watch the video that I did on Venus retrograde in Gemini. All this is happening at once. All these planets are all congregated in Gemini. So there's a lot going on, and if you watch this video, it will explain all the other things that will be happening for the next 4 months. We also have to remember that we are in eclipse season. You feel the effects of an eclipse a month before it happens, or a month after, or several months after, depending on how long the eclipse lasts. So this eclipse that's happening on the 5th of June, already showing its traces right now. If you want to understand how all these transits are going to affect you personally, I suggest you book a reading at rachel-mayo.com. If you're still with me, I would love it if you press like and subscribe to my channel. Also remember to ring the bell icon so that you may be notified each time I upload a new video. Thank you.